America! Hello world! I thought I'd try to show you guys how to shift an 18-speed transmission. Do a little bit of explanation, because a lot of people, there's 18 gears in it. How in the world could you keep track of everything? It's really not as hard as you think. It's kind of harder to master it, I guess. It's kind of like shooting pool. It's easy to understand, but it's hard to get good at. Does that make sense? So, all right, what we have is an 18-speed Eaton Fuller transmission. Okay, it's the biggest transmission that they make now, as far as number of gears, 18-speed gears. They make an 18-speed, they make a 15-speed, they make a 13-speed, a 10-speed, a 9-speed, and I don't know down below that. That's the lowest that I know is 9. I think they used to make an 8 and a 7, but not anymore. So anyway, we got 9, 10, 13, 15, and 18. Those are your 5 main type of transmissions in trucks today. Most trucks out there, most of your big company trucks, your big fleet trucks, they usually use a 9-speed, which is basically what this is. It's a 9-speed, just doubled. Okay, let me explain that. You have your typical H pattern, just like in a sports car or let's say a Mustang. Okay, and you've got your 5-speed transmission. I know they make them bigger than that now, like the Corvettes are 7 speeds. But let's just say a 5-speed transmission. You got reverse, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, makes sense. You have 5 gears, and then that's in low range. Then you have on the front of the switch up here, or on the front of the gear shift, there's a switch. It's an up and down high load selector switch. Okay. Well, in low gear, you go through 5 gears, and then you go to high gear, and you don't come back to first gear over here, which would be 6th. You don't go back over here, because 5th gear in low and 6th gear in high are the same ratio. Okay, so you skip this first gear down on the bottom. Okay, bottom left. All right, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You flip the switch up and then go to 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sense? 9 gears, 9 different ratios. There's actually 10 gates, but there's 9 different ratios. Okay. What an 18-speed is this little button on the side. It splits every one of those in half. So you have 9 gears divided or multiplied by 2 is 18 speeds. So this is the way. I won't move the shift stick because it won't go in very smooth unless you're rolling. But I'll just move my hand. This is in neutral. So there's neutral in the center. Okay, there's in the center. So we're going to go in this pattern right here. Okay. All right. So first gear would be over and left with the switch down and the switch back. Okay, down and back. Over here. Okay, so watch my thumb, which is this right here, this little button here. Okay, and then when I go to high range, I'll go like this. Okay. All right. So we're going to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh, I messed up somewhere. Start that over again. First, second, third, fourth, 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10 gears in the lower range. Okay. Then I'll flip to the high side, and instead of coming all the way back to this gate, we'll go up to this gate. So we're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. That's your 18 gears. If you want to understand that better, just rewind it and watch it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay? All right. You don't go through all 18 gears every time you go through the gear patterns. Okay? Well, a lot of times, especially with me, when I'm hauling empty trailers, I don't need to use all 18 of those gears. Those gears are there for when you have really heavy loads and you're pulling mountains. So I skip a lot of gears. And on this transmission, I basically drive it like a 9-speed until I get over into 9th gear over here, and then I flip the switch up into 18th. Okay? So my gear pattern, I got to think of this here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, I would start out in 5th, which would be where 3rd gear might be. Okay? I'd start out in 5th, then go to 7th. I wouldn't use the thumb switch. I won't use the thumb switch until I get all the way up to the high gate up here. So I'd start out in 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th, and then I'd flip the switch up to 18th. That's the way I normally drive. So I skipped a lot of gears. I skipped all the little granny gears, the really low-range granny gears, and I've skipped every other gear. I haven't split the gears with the thumb splitter. Okay, I went from high to low range, but I haven't used the thumb splitter until I get all the way over here and then flip up. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this, and hopefully the camera will hold still. It's just on a tripod sitting here, so hopefully it will hold still as I go down the road here. So, let's give it the old college try. Low range and back, okay? We're going to start out here. First, second, and the third. We're going to start in the 3rd gate, which is 5th gear right now. That's 5th gear. I'm going to go up to 7th, then 9th. Okay, then I'm going to go to high speed, or the high range. 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th. And by that time I'm up to about 55 mile an hour, I'll flip that and go into the 18th gear, the highest rear gear, okay? So that's how we're going to go. We're in 5th gear right now. I've taken my foot off the clutch. I'm not going to use the clutch anymore. It's what they call floating or speed shifting. It's called floating gears. I go into high range. That's up to 11th. That's 13th. That's 15th. We're going 30 mile an hour. Back to 17th. We're at 55. Now we're in 16th gear. All I got to do is let off the pedal a little bit, and it will automatically, the air shifter down underneath, the air pressure actually puts it into that 18th gear. I haven't touched anything as far as the clutch. So as you noticed, I didn't use the clutch until when I was in dead stop. I used the clutch to get going. I didn't touch it after that. From then, I just floated gears. You feel the gears meshing up. Okay, when you feel the gears meshing up, and then you go back, go into that gear. When you let off the throttle, it takes tension off of the gears. You push it out of gear and into the next gear. That's up in 16th right now. All right. There's 17th. I came back right here. That's 17th. There's 18th. That's all it is for splitting the gears in half. It's just right here. And you're just letting off the foot pedal. That's all you're doing is just letting off the foot pedal a little bit. It takes the pressure off of the gears and lets the air pressure underneath shift it for you. Okay? So I'm in 18th gear. Let's say I'm going to hit a hill. I drop down to 17th. All I did is push the switch back and let off the throttle a little bit. That loosens the gears up enough for the air shifter underneath. It's like an air solenoid, and it shifts it into the lower half of the gear. Okay, so I'm going up the hill. Let's say I'm not, but let's say I'm going up the hill. I crest the top of the hill. I want to go into high gear now. I flip that switch and I'll let off the throttle and back into the throttle. And it's shifted underneath all on its own. Okay, and I haven't touched the clutch at all. So I hope that kind of gives you a little idea how these things run, how they work. Like I said, you don't use all 18 gears. You only use about half of them most of the time. What the split gears are for is if you have a real heavy load and you're in mountains, you can split each of those gears and keep that tack in the right, the sweet spot as far as the torque range. Okay? So, anyway, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of questions on this one. So, ciao.